when it's time for voting.
The EFF and the ANC are calling for the Nelson Mandela Bay Metro mayor and his deputy Khusta Jack to step down. The motion will be heard in council on Friday. Their reason, the involvement of the deputy mayor's business dealings with the city. That's despite the Eastern Cape's Auditor General clearing the deputy mayor of all transgressions. The man set to take over the reins is current Speaker Niekerk.
Well, as the EFF, we had a firm position that will support smaller political parties to take the position of mayor. So far, it has been the Northern Alliance that has raised their hands in relation to the position of mayor, and no one else. And we don't have an issue with the Northern Alliance. The deputy mayor position and all other positions were still in talks as the government in waiting. So soon we will have an outcome. Even today we'll meet, tomorrow we'll meet again, and we'll conclude all the other positions as well that would need to be filled.
2 weeks ago, a motion to remove Mayor Odendaal and his deputy failed due to processes that were not followed. The Northern Alliance was previously part of the Democratic Alliance coalition. They have now jumped ship in support of a new coalition.
I've also recently illustrated the point in Stanford Road. There's only one main road in the northern areas, which is Stanford Road, which is about 10 kilometers long. Go look at the state of Stanford Road. There's water running. We're currently in a drought situation. I've asked him on numerous occasions and publicly, it was all over social media and in the mainstream media, that I said, if this is not fixed, if the filth, the sewage drains are not fixed on that main road, that road is now full of potholes where that water's been running for the last, it's actually been running for the last year and a half, and the mayor just doesn't pay any attention to it.
The Democratic Alliance says they've done their best they could to stabilize the metro and hope they remain in power come Friday.
Well, I think one must understand where the city was last year. This city has seen the worst service delivery records since its inception last year. After we took over, there was massive backlogs in infrastructure, refurbishment and service delivery aspects, and we have made significant progress. However, the city is far from being perfect. I will never say that the city is where we want it to be, but we've made significant progress as opposed to where it was last year. That is why it is so important that this coalition remains intact, because we've proven that even with a complicated 10-party coalition, we are able to deliver more services and be more stable than an ANC government.
Political analysts say the implementation of Section 12 may be the only way to ensure stability in the Metro's governance.
My view is that, and in fact I was of the view that even the DA should not have actually fought against that Section 12. But one can understand why they would fight against it, because the ANC had an entire 8 months in power and didn't do what was actually logical to be tried. This arrangement of having an executive committee system that's constituted by the two major parties, and then have the smaller parties play a ceremonial role, as opposed to having them have this power that when nobody agrees with them, they're going to precipitate another leadership shift.
It is unclear who will occupy the position of Deputy Mayor, Chief Whip and Speaker, should the motion be a success. Retief Odendaal, SABC News, Gqeberha.